There's a certain kind of peace that comes with Saturday mornings. Coffee. Silence. A lawn that doesn't mow itself but begs to be forgiven for existing. I had exactly 10 minutes of that peace before she showed up. Red blazer. Loud shoes. Clipboard like a weaponized purse. And that voice sweet and sour like spoiled lemonade. Excuse me, sir. This is a private community. Are you supposed to be here? Now, mind you, I live here. Bought the house. Paid the dues. Put up with the HOA. But Karen didn't know that yet. She just saw a guy in sweatpants and made a snap judgment. One that would unravel into one of the most satisfying moments of poetic justice I've ever had the pleasure to deliver. And no, I didn't tell her right then. Because this wasn't just about me being interrupted on a weekend. It wasn't even about the arrogance. This was about control, entitlement, and a ticking time bomb of assumptions she was about to set off herself. I let her talk. I let her escalate. And then, I showed her the badge. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let me rewind to how it all started, with a garbage bin, a garden gnome, and a petty little warning taped to my front door. I moved into the neighborhood 2 months ago. Quiet place. Cul-de-sac lined with pastel houses and watchful eyes. I was hoping for calm. Maybe the occasional barbecue. Instead, I got Karen. President of the HOA. Self-appointed sheriff of suburban order. And she hated me immediately. First strike? My recycling bin was visible from the street. She didn't knock. She left a note. Typed, laminated, signed HOA Compliance Division, which, spoiler alert, is just her. I laughed. Tossed it. Thought that was the end of it. Then came strike 2. My lawn had patchy grass inconsistent with community standards. Her words, not mine. She sent a photo of my yard from my backyard camera. How she even got the footage? No idea. But now I was watching my life slowly turn into a sitcom. Except the antagonist was real and had a 3-ring binder full of bylaws. I tried to be civil. I really did. I offered to meet to talk it out. She declined with a thin smile and said, "Rules are rules. We don't make exceptions, not even for renters." Renters? She assumed I was a tenant. Because I'm not 60. Because I drive a Dodge instead of a Lexus. Because I wear hoodies. Who knows? But that was just the beginning. Next week, I found a fine taped to my car window. $100, unauthorized vehicle parked in residence space. Except, it was my space. It was my house. That night, my security system picked her up walking on my property, flashlight in hand, pointing at my porch light like she was investigating a crime scene. And then things got weirder. Someone accidentally turned off my water main. My mailbox was mysteriously left open, with HOA newsletters stuffed inside like evidence bags. I started documenting everything. Every note. Every trespass. Every passive-aggressive comment lobbed from across the street while she trimmed her roses like Edward Scissorhands on caffeine. The final straw? A police cruiser pulled up to my driveway on a Tuesday morning. Officer walks up. Calm. Confused. "Sir, we received a report of a suspicious male trespassing and possibly impersonating a federal agent." I blinked. "Come again." He glanced at my house. "Caller says you've been claiming authority you don't have." I laughed. I actually laughed. Karen was standing nearby, hands folded, righteous smirk growing by the second. The officer gave me the look. "You know the one. Do you want to make this harder or not?" So I did the thing. I reached into my pocket. Pulled out my badge. And I said, "Actually, officer, I am federal." Cue awkward silence. Karen's face? Priceless. It was the expression of a woman watching her social capital dissolve in real time. You see, I work internal investigations. Homeland security. Moved here to lay low, rest, maybe grow tomatoes. But now I had a backyard full of evidence and a neighbor who just filed a false report on a federal officer. And I had a plan. Step 1. I filed a formal report, with her name, date, photos, and copies of her notes. Step 2. I had my attorney draft a cease and desist with a helpful packet about harassment laws and HOA overreach. Step 3. I sent it all, anonymously of course, to every member of the HOA board with a nice little note. "Is this the leadership you want representing your community?" Oh, and I added a link to the security footage. Next HOA meeting? Let's just say, the chairs were full. I didn't even attend, but I heard about it. Apparently, several members were shocked to learn Karen had been enforcing rules that didn't exist. One guy even said, "Wait, the mailbox thing isn't in the bylaws?" Nope. Within a week, a petition circulated. Majority vote removed her as president. She tried to resist, of course, but her empire of laminated paper crumbled fast. As for me, I got an apology letter. Not from her, of course, but from the board. They thanked me for bringing clarity. 1 week later, I saw her outside, pruning her roses. No clipboard. No laminated threats. Just silence. I walked by, nodded. "Morning," I said. She didn't respond. But that wasn't the satisfying part. The satisfying part was the new sign posted on the HOA bulletin board. Residents are reminded not to assume authority without board consensus or legal standing. Underneath it, a photo of me smiling, holding a cup of coffee. Badge visible. Slow motion. Justice. I didn't move into that neighborhood looking for drama. But sometimes the universe hands you a script you just have to read out loud. And the lesson? Never assume the quiet guy in the hoodie isn't watching, or recording, or federal. It's not about revenge. It's about balance. The kind where overreach gets humbled, and arrogance gets a reality check with a gold-plated badge. Now I mow my lawn in peace. Bins where they should be. Grass looking just rebellious enough. But sometimes when I hear a clipboard snap close too loud, I still flinch. Old habits die hard. So, what would you have done if someone tried to get you arrested over a garden gnome? Drop a comment below, especially if you've ever had your own Karen moment. And hey, if you stuck around till the end, comment "Justice served" and smash that like button so Karen can hear it echo through the cul-de-sac. Subscribe for more true stories with just enough sarcasm to keep your HOA guessing.